Hello there, people of YouTube, and welcome back to the Spikehead podcast for another review where, thanks to a vote on a Twitter poll of mine, I'm going to be reviewing one of the craziest films ever made in honor of the world going absolutely bonkers. Yes, I am talking, of course, about Space Jam, directed by Joe Pytka and starring Michael Jordan, Bill Murray, Wayne Knight, and Bugs Bunny. I still love how the opening of this film has a dramatic Michael Jordan, Bugs Bunny. Oh my god. Before I get into the video, guys, if you like what I do on this channel, feel free to drop a like and hit that subscribe button. It would really help a lot. And feel free to follow my socials as well for your input on what you want me to review next. So the plot of this film is basically Michael Jordan's retired, he plays basketball, but this alien theme park wants new attractions, and thanks to an accidental sit down on a remote, the boss decides we need to get the Looney Tunes in this theme park. So these miniature aliens go over to Earth to try and kidnap the Looney Tunes. The Looney Tunes challenge to a basketball game because they're tiny. The aliens in response steal the talent from 5 NBA players and they get really big. So they call Michael Jordan down to Looney Tune Land to help him win this basketball game. And yeah, I didn't realise as a kid how absolutely bonkers this film is. To start off with all the celebrity cameos, and I've already mentioned Bill Murray's casually playing himself, having an unhealthy obsession with wanting to be a basketball player, right down to when he does get his chance, he just does his knees in. Credits where it's due though, this film is still hilarious, even though it is entirely bonkers. When they let the Looney Tunes be the Looney Tunes, it is a lot of fun to watch. I particularly enjoy just the scene where Coyote and Roadrunner's doing a casual cartoon. Then Porky Pig rocks up and just says, yeah, we're cancelling this cartoon that's stuck on a freeze frame on this very old 1996 TV. I remember being a kid and that was generally a worry of mine, that every time I watched Looney Tunes, they were just going to stop performing and go away. I do appreciate the amazing little montage they do for Michael Jordan right at the start of the movie. The first 5 minutes is literally Michael as a kid, talk about how he wants to be a basketball player, and the entire opening credit sequence is a dramatic montage of Michael Jordan's career prior to his eventual retirement. The humans in the cartoon world, it looked alright. When it was like Wayne Knight, Bill Murray, Michael Jordan all in the background of a Looney Tune world, it was easy on the eye. Now, Looney Tunes coming over to the human side of the world, well, yeah, I will say that CG was quite questionable. There's a particular nightmarish scene where Wayne Knight gets flattened and he gets blown up by an air pump, and it is one of the most weird things I have ever seen in a film. I do also enjoy some little nods that I didn't notice when I first watched it as a kid. For example, there's a line where Daffy Duck recommends that they call their team the Ducks, and Bugs Bunny says, what kind of Mickey Mouse organisation would name their team the Ducks? I've only just realised it was a dig at the Mighty Ducks film that came out in the same year, I think. It was between 93 and 96, the Mighty Ducks film. I might review that, I don't know, I really love that film. But I never understood that dig at the time. I just thought it was a throwaway line to set up Wayne Knight sneaking into the hole. This film is just on its own little plane of existence. Michael Jordan gets sucked down a golf hole, and Bill Murray's quick to blame the camera that Wayne Knight is holding. And rather than report it to the authorities, it's just like, oh, Michael's fine, he just wanted to get away from Wayne Knight. And they just drive away, and Bill Murray is continuously just fixated on becoming a member of the NBA. I do like how fast-paced this film is as well. The pace, it's only an hour and a half film, this. I would have thought it was long for the amount of stuff crammed in there. You have to set up Michael Jordan's career, his terribleness in baseball, the Looney Tunes being invaded, changing into a basketball game, the aliens robbing the NBA talent, Bugs Bunny dragging down Michael Jordan into the Looney Tunes land, and just constantly cutting back and forth between the Looney Tunes land and the reality where these basketball players who have had their talent stolen are basically, their hand-eye coordination is just all over the place. They can't even hold the ball, let alone catch it. Charles Barkley gets his butt handed to him in a casual street basketball game by a 5 nothing girl, as he so elegantly puts. They all go to the doctors, they go to a psychiatrist, they go to a bloody psychic who actually predicts it correctly. But of course they don't believe her. The introduction of Lola Bunny, in hindsight, it's a weird one because Her attitude is definitely one of confidence and independence. The fact that all you have to do is catcall her and she goes ballistic. She is far better than any of the Looney Tunes in this game. She is by far the best player aside from Michael Jordan. But the music on top and the way she carries herself as a femme fatale, she is basically what the filmmakers obviously did here is they said Roger Rabbit had Jessica Rabbit. What if Jessica Rabbit was an actual rabbit? That's all they did there. And it's a shame because I do enjoy Lola Bunny's character, though she's not in it for that much. There are a lot of little nods to a lot of Looney Tunes out there. I do enjoy that we have the Raging Bull from that one episode where Bugs Bunny is I can't remember what you call them, the guys with the red capes that in Spain that just deal with the bulls. I love that little nod to the red on the monster's butt and the bull charges in. I do love them acknowledging Sylvester's obsession with catching Tweety Bird. I love Grace being this nice, adorable little lady. It's just a lot of fun little nods to the old classic Looney Tunes cartoons, and it's a lot of fun to watch. That's one thing about this film. If this came out today, people would rip it to shreds in the movie critic universe. It did get ripped to shreds back then, but as a cheesy mid-90s product placement filled, literally full of product placement, when it has an entire dialogue sequence where he just talks about 5 or 6 different brands in the space of maybe 20 seconds, it does its job. It's a fun film, and the soundtrack as well, begrudgingly, is still a banger. Fly Like an Eagle is a fantastic song. It's just a shame that it's now tainted music thanks to it being performed by R. Kelly. It's a shame, but the soundtrack is truly a joy to listen to in the context of this particular film. The aliens themselves are a lot of fun as well. I never realised, but the blue one, I don't remember all the names. They never even mention their names. They have names in the credits, but in the film, just like the pink one, the green one, the orange one, the purple, and the blue one. The blue one is definitely a stoner. 100%. That blue one is clearly out there somewhere, and he was by far my favourite as a kid, and he is still my favourite now. Obviously, the problems with this film, the CG is questionable. This film was a massive product placement. I could go at length about all the little problems with this film. Michael Jordan's performance is wooden, is a nice way to put it. Him reacting to the Looney Tunes was very wooden. The only time you got any sort of genuine sort of acting from him was where he's interacting with other human characters. Heck, the most emotion I saw from him in the entire film was when Wayne Knight randomly shows up in Looney Tunes Land and he sort of goes like a full-on Kevin McAllister look. Other than that, he doesn't emote that much at all. But he's a basketball player, not an actor. And even actors can have trouble acting across from what equivalently back then was just a ball and a stick. That's what they had to act across from. So I'll give him a pass, would I give MJ. The banter between the Looney Tunes is obviously great. The scene with Daffy and Bugs on a little recon mission, I would like to call that, is probably my favourite little bits. All little nods talking about their agents, how they don't get any royalties from their merch. When the Looney Tunes are allowed to be just the Looney Tunes, it's a lot of fun, and the basketball game is definitely something to behold. It is definitely not a legal game of basketball, absolutely not. For a sport where you get fouled for just being touched, this film loved making it a full contact sport. This basketball game was just something else. Overall, Space Jam, in this day and age, in this bonkers little world we're currently living in, I would recommend still watching it. Is it a great film? Hell no. But I can't believe I'm going to say this. I really enjoyed myself even after all these years. I've not watched it in about 6-7 years. I'm still loving it. And I'm going to have to give it as high as I can possibly give it while still maintaining my critique integrity. This film just needs a bit more sugar. So Space Jam, have you all seen it? Should I review Looney Tunes Back in Action? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe. You made it to the end anyway. And keep an eye out for more reviews coming all the time. This is That Spikehead Podcast, signing off. Hey, thank you for watching and thank you for making it to the end of the video. While you are here, if you haven't done it yet, please feel free to drop a like and consider hitting that subscribe button for more reviews coming all the time. And also, while you are here, there are some other videos over there that you might want to sink your teeth into. Have a good day, guys, and do enjoy.